Entrepreneurship is a journey and one of the hardest jobs in the world. That's why if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you must master the art of organization, productivity, and time management to keep you motivated. This is where the OrganizedPreneur comes in. With the OrganizedPreneur, you get the right tips, the right tools, and the right resources to help you simplify your life so that you can organize your business with ease. Today we're talking about tips to organize your business for success. Hello everyone, my name is Aldreama Harper, certified organizational specialist at OrganizedPreneur.com. And so what I want to share with you today is how you can get rid of clutter and organize your home office or your workspace or any space for that matter, and create something that's conducive for creativity and productivity, right? So today I want to share a 5-step process to organize anything, your home, your workspace, your closet, your kitchen. And this is a great way, what I'm going to share with you is a great way to remember those five steps in the organizing process. So today what I want to share with you is a 5-step process to organize anything, your home, your workspace, your closet, your kitchen. In these 5 steps, this is going to be a great way to remember the steps that I'm going to share with you as it relates to organization. That way, all you have to do is remember this acronym, A.P.A.C.T. A.P.A.C.T. And so according to the dictionary, a pact is a formal agreement, such as one between nations, right? And so the reason this is so significant to the process is because one of the things that I do believe is that when it comes to organizing and time management and being productive, it really is all about agreements. My definition of time management, or my perspective rather on time management, is that you cannot manage time, but you can manage the activities. And so when it comes to time management, it is about the agreements that you honor. When you honor the agreement, and the agreement is about you committing to the things that you're going to engage in, the activities that you're going to engage in. So time management is not about managing time. It's about honoring the commitments and the agreement as it relates to the activities that you're going to engage in. So it's all about agreement, okay? All right, so the same here with organizing. It is all related. Okay, so let's go ahead and unpack the pact. All right, so again, the A.P.A.C.T. is A.P.A.C.T. And so the A stands for ask. So the first part of any organizing project, your approach should not be just to jump in and start organizing. It should be a process. And so in that process, the first thing you want to do is ask yourself, what is the vision? What's the goal for this room, this space, this closet, this kitchen, right? What am I shooting for? And the thing is, you want to ask that question to yourself. You want to ask yourself, but you also want to keep digging deeper with more questions and more questions, right? And so this is what's going to help you to get motivated and continue to work toward your goals. For instance, if you're starting this organizing process with paperwork, the question you should ask yourself is, why is it I want to organize this paper? Why do I want to organize these files, right? And so perhaps it is because I don't want to be late again for my bills, right? Or I want to find any document in less than 2 minutes. And so you're digging deeper when you ask yourself these types of questions. So hopefully that makes sense. So the A in A.P.A.C.T is for ask. That's the first A. The P is for pile, right? We're all familiar with piles. And what you do in this step is you pile like items together, okay? And normally pile would be associated with something negative, but in this case, I want you to pile like items together. So for example, if you are organizing your closet, right, you want to have separate piles. Like if you're in your closet, maybe you want to pile all of your pants together or all of your blouses together. If you're in your home office, you want to pile your like items would be, well, I want to pile all of my medical records together, or all of my insurance papers together, or my mortgage papers together, right? So you want to start there with piling like items together, okay? So the P is for piles, okay? Then you have another A. This A is for analyze. Now you want to go through those piles that you just created and you want to break them down even more, right? So if you are, in the example that I just gave you, if you are creating a pile of blouses or pants, right, then you want to dig or break it down a little bit deeper, right? Because you want to break that pile into two separate piles, trash or treasure, right? I like to assign each category with treasure or trash so that there's no in between, right? No room for I'm going to decide this later. No, none of that, right? What you're going to do is you're going to have trash or treasure, right? Treasure means that you're going to keep it, or you're going to keep it for future use because you like it, you love it, and you have used it, or you have, this is something that you treasure, right? One of the things that, or one of the definitions I have for clutter is that it is an unloved item. You are not treasuring it if it is clutter, if it's cluttered with stuff, if it's just in a pile of stuff and you can't find it when you need it, that type of thing, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So you have trash or you have treasure. Trash could be if you are working in, with files or paperwork. Trash could be shred or just plain old trash, right? I'm just throwing this paperwork away. There's no addresses on it. There's no personal information on it, that type of thing. So even with those two subcategories, you're analyzing it so that you can break it down even further, right? So you have your trash and you have your treasure, and inside of trash, if it's paperwork, you can have shred or just toss, okay? And treasure is going to be something that you want to keep because you love it, you want to use it again, and it's something that you've even used within the past year or worn within the past year, right? So, but there's no room to decide later, right? You have to decide which category it's going to belong in, okay? No in between, okay? And it doesn't mean, I want to say it doesn't mean that it's something that doesn't belong, that doesn't belong, right? It doesn't mean that it's going to go in the garbage. Like if it's something, an item or something like that, it may mean that it just doesn't belong in this space, okay? All right, so there's that. Analyze.